Oh my gosh, I feel like I got too hot there and passionate because why did my camera just say cool off or overheating? It's too much. It was too much, but we're back. Hi guys, my name is Sabrina. Welcome back to the channel. It has been so long since those words have come out of my mouth. I have been very active on my other social media accounts, but as some of you guys know, I have been a little bit MIA on YouTube, and honestly, I just feel like the content that I was putting out was sort of repetitive and it wasn't very authentic to who I am as a content creator. And I was really and truly scared to tap into the content that I really did want to create. But I will say, once God puts a calling on your heart, once He really put something in your life as a path for you to do, to be your authentic self, for you to be happy, there's no escaping it. I could not escape it if I wanted to. I feel like I have to just put myself out there and do the content that I want to do, and I have to do it scared. I'm gonna do it even if I get 0 likes, 0 comments, 0 engagement. I'm gonna do it whether people laugh at me. I'm gonna do it whether people make fun of me. Whatever it is, I'm just gonna do it. I've made that decision this year, going into our new year 2025, to make decisions that are going to change and improve my life for the better. With that being said, let's jump into today's video. I feel like this is the perfect time for us to discuss the new year. Everyone is in that mode where they're like out with the old and in with the new. Everyone's typing on YouTube, on Google, on TikTok, on Instagram, how to reinvent yourself, how to rebrand yourself, how to renew yourself, how to just make yourself new for the new year. And I get it. I'm right there with you. But what I realized is like there were some things that I did in 2024 that did and did not work, that I'm going to actually tailor and tweak a little bit in this upcoming year. And I'm not here to be any sort of life coach guru. I'm not. I'm literally, honestly, truly just a girl. I'm here to share perspective, and with everything that I post, it's always just coming from perspective of what I've lived through and what I hope to see in my life unfold within the next 12 months. So the first tip that I have for you going into 2025 is to start small. This was a huge one for me. I feel like we all think that this is a race. Leveling up, rebranding yourself, renewing yourself, making yourself completely unrecognizable is some sort of a race. It's not a race at all. I think that we get on social media and we see people getting married, people getting engaged, people having children. We see this one's on vacation again, or that one has a new job. And we just create this image of other people and other people's lives that really have nothing to do with us and probably aren't even 100% accurate, if we're being completely honest. Even if it's subconsciously, for whatever reason, we feel like we're in competition with people, even if you don't feel like that, like outwardly, you are kind of subconsciously, and it's not your fault or your doing, but it's just innately happening because of social media. We literally are seeing everyone's lives being plastered on the internet, and unfortunately we do compare ourselves to our lives and other people's lives. And even if you don't feel like that, or you don't think that's happening to you, you are competing against your own self and past versions of yourself, what yesterday's self looked like, what last year's self looked like. And I'm not saying that's a terrible thing, but I do think that sometimes we tend to judge or beat ourselves up about the past versions of ourselves that we were, and it's just not going to help anyone in the long run. What I've learned is that sometimes change and success seemingly happens overnight for other people, right? And then sometimes we even see our friends who we are related to in the real world, 3D world, and they're killing it in life. And sometimes it just feels like their success is happening overnight, but that's not true. Success or change happens when there are little micro habits that are performed every single day over a period of time, and it literally creates a change. That's what change is. What I mean when I say make the decision to start small, I mean what helped me and what is going to help me in 2025 is actually making quarterly goals. I know for a fact I got so overwhelmed, so frustrated, and just felt so defeated when I made my vision board. It was sitting in my face every single day, y'all. I kid you not. I made my vision board and I put these things on there and I was like, yeah, this is what's gonna happen. I know this is exactly what's gonna happen. Ask me what came true on that board. And if I'm being honest with you, it was because I completely overwhelmed myself. We have these dreams and ideas in our heads and our minds where we're just like, yes, this would be perfect. This is the perfect way that I would love my year to unfold, but we actually do not know what's going to happen over that vast period of time of 12 months. So I cannot sit here and like jumble a whole bunch of things onto a board into my head. If I make a goal, I make 6 goals for quarter 1, and out of those 6 goals, I really achieved 4 of them. I'm going to be happy with myself at the end of Q1. Like, I'm going to feel accomplished. I'm going to think like, okay, I'm actually making goals that I'm achieving and I'm getting somewhere. So the second thing that I want to talk about that's related to the first is realistic goal setting. Making the decision to be realistic about life, about its ups, about its downs, about things that come and go, life's trials and tribulations that may come in 2025. As long as you stay ready, you won't have to get ready. If I'm someone who does not work out at all, but I want to start working out, that's one of my goals for the year. It's to like really get in shape and to look hot and to be that girl and to be in Pilates and da-da-da-da. That's all great, right? But I would be doing myself a disservice to literally put on my vision board to be in the gym 5 to 6 times a week, eat 500 calories a day, which is crazy. Don't do that. That's like actually stupid. All while having a busy schedule and having other life commitments to make. It literally makes no sense. And at that point, you're setting yourself up for failure and disappointment. Avoid disappointing yourself and actually create goals that you can achieve, and you know that you can achieve when you put your best foot forward and you are somewhat of the best version of yourself, right? Because everyone's not perfect and you don't show up 100% of yourself every single day. The next tip that I have is literally making the decision to clean up my mental diet. It is really hard in this day and age to put the phone down, to pick up a book, to block out the negativity, to not compare yourself to others. But honestly, it makes such a difference when you decide to lock your phone and put it away 30 minutes before you normally would when you go to bed, just for you to have some mental clarity, just for you to put the focus back on yourself and not on other people and other people's stories. I can't tell you how many times I've been on TikTok scrolling for 4 hours plus and then decide to lock my phone, put it down, and go to bed at night, and I'm just like feeling weird, like I'm feeling negative, or I'm feeling like I'm constantly thinking about this video that I saw that's replaying in my head, or this one's really sad story about whatever that is now affecting me. I don't know, maybe I'm just like, I'm an empath, so maybe that's what it is. I just really think that what we consume knowingly, unknowingly, subconsciously, consciously has an effect on our mental health. It really does. If I just take 30 minutes of the time that I would have usually spent on my phone to put it away, lock it, and just pick up a book, pick up my journal and write about my day, to show gratitude, to read my Bible, to thank God for the day and that I woke up and I lived this day. If I just do that for myself, that helps me so much. I know that there's so many things that I want and I want to achieve, but I'm not gonna get there without loving me where I'm at right now. And I know that's really hard for a lot of people to hear, is that like, you might be broke, you might be feeling really not rich inside, like you might have just gone through a breakup and you're not feeling the best about yourself, or you're trying to find a new job but the job market sucks. I get it. It's really hard to love yourself and love your situation when you want to get out of it so bad and reinvent yourself and rebrand yourself and do all these things to change where you are. I understand. If you can find a few things throughout your day to feel happy for, to feel gratitude about, to feel accomplished, to feel like I did this today, even if it's just getting out of bed, even if it's just like your best friend calling you to catch up because they haven't heard from you in like months. Be grateful for the little things, because the little things matter and the little things add up. Oh my gosh, I feel like I got too hot there and passionate, because why did my camera just say cool off or overheating? It's too much. It was too much. But we're back. The gist of what I was saying is just clean up your mental diet. The last thing that I want to bring up for a tip to go into 2025 is just be consistent. It's easier said than done, but consistency is going to be your best friend. And that's why I say to start small and make these small goals, achievable small goals, realistic goals for yourself, because the more that you are able to make those decisions on a day-to-day basis that are going to help you in the long run, help you change your life in the long run, you are practicing a form of consistency. And over time, that is what's going to help you make this big change or achieve that big goal that you have for yourself in 2025. It's not just getting on the internet and typing in reinvent myself, rebrand myself, realign myself, make me new, please. It really does take a little bit of thought, a little bit of energy, a little bit of, man, I wasn't really making the decisions to get me to where I wanted to be in 2024. Maybe if I just tweak those, maybe if I just look over my decision-making process, and maybe if I make a different decision, a different way to get me to where I want to be, I can get there. Sometimes it is the decision to leave the job. Sometimes it is the decision to leave the relationship. Sometimes it's the decision to stop burning yourself out on that business that you've been working on for a long time and reach out for help. Sometimes it's looking around you and seeing who's an asset in your life and making the decision to bring them in your circle to help you. Those are the decisions that you might have to make in order for you to get to the big goals in life. I tried to keep this really condensed. I gave you guys about like 4 tips, and these are not even really tips, but they're just a different perspective, a different way to look at 2025 to actually change your life, to actually make those goals on paper, on your vision board, that activity that we do that we love, that is so visually pleasing, to actually make that literally happen in your real life. It feels really good to be in front of this camera again. I was not making a decision. I was actively making the decision actually to not be in front of the camera because I was scared. I just didn't know what the outcome would have been, and I just pushed it away and I avoided it at all costs. But this year and the years to come with so many different things, not just YouTube, I am actively making the decision to put myself on the front lines. And for me, I feel like it's time to look at decision making and rebranding and reinventing yourselves a little bit differently than we did in the years prior. So I really hope that you guys got something from this video. I can't wait to see every single one of you guys win and make those decisions this year to really show out for yourselves, because you deserve it. I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Mwah.